Well, hello, Toowoomba. Welcome to episode 28 of the Talking Toowoomba podcast. This week we are out and about learning about our local farmers markets. We will be talking to Terrell from Platter of Fact about some of her amazing offerings. In news of the week, the Council's community visits on a Friday have begun again. The next ones are now September the 11th. The Council has released a compilation of historical landmarks as part of a book called the Toowoomba Heritage Self-Drive Tour. So if you want to learn more about Toowoomba's history, grab a copy from the Council Customer Service Centres or the Visitor Information Centres throughout the region. The Strand Picture Theatre is open again. Welcome back, guys. Congratulations to both the Empire Theatre and the Met Hotel, who have received a $20,000 grant each from the Queensland State Government. So more great music at the Met and the Queensland Ballet in September at the Empire. And lastly, the new Toowoomba Group SES headquarters has been officially opened at Charlton in the new Council Depot precinct. Now let's get on with the show. Everybody that listens to the Talking Toowoomba podcast knows that I love my food. And, well, I've decided to get to the facts with Platter of Fact. Good morning, Terrell.
Oh, good morning. How are you going?
Good. Welcome to the podcast. Let's talk about Platter of Fact. If you had 30 seconds, tell us what Platter of Fact offers.
Scrumptious food in a box.
I like that. Scrumptious food in a box. So with your various platters that you do, can you give us a breakdown on some of the things you include? Because you do both savoury and you do sweets as well, don't you?
We do. We do them separately, but I like to combine sweet and savoury into nearly all my platters. And everyone asks me why, and that's because I like to have a little bit of both when I'm having a wine.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I can definitely relate to that. So let's talk about savoury side of it first. What sort of savoury things do you include in your platters?
Well, there's always cold meats. I like to have a salami with a little bit of a bite to it, but I know that's not everybody's palate. So, obviously we offer both. Triple smoked ham. Always got to have triple smoked ham. I'm making you hungry.
My mouth's starting to water already, folks.
Well, we have a variety of dips that we put in, and then there is also our caramelised onion relish, which everybody asks about. And quite often we get asked, what is that black jelly stuff?
The black jelly stuff. I love it.
But obviously I'm not giving any secrets away. But, yes, it is very, very popular.
So is that something you make yourself?
No.
You've got someone who does it for you, and you're guarding them very closely.
Our black jelly stuff, yes.
Okay. So the types of meats, what other sort of meats do you have besides, as my mouth waters, the triple smoked ham?
Well, prosciutto, it is very, very popular. Some people ask for cabana. I don't tend to put in cabana because I think, well, if you're going to have a platter at home, you can just put cabana in. Yesterday, we put in pastrami on our grazing boards. So there's a variety of things. Twiggy sticks, beer sticks, people love them.
And then obviously you put different types of cheeses in there as well?
Yes, a variety of cheeses. In our large platter boxes, you can get up to 3 different cheeses. I usually try to do either 2 soft and 1 hard, or 2 hards and 1 soft, so people have a bit of variety there. Our platter boxes start as hamburger box size up to our grazing boxes, which are, well, Lola, she's 1.7 metres.
Wow, 1.7 metres of delicious gourmet. Oh.
There's a lot of cheese on that, Shane. You'll be satisfied.
Now, of course, obviously people can get in contact with you and order a platter because they're having a party or they're doing an event. But you also go to the farmers markets on a Saturday, correct?
Yes, very, very popular there.
What sort of things do you offer at the markets on a Saturday?
Well, we have the mini boxes there that are very popular. They're $15 each. So we have a savoury one, and we have a sweets ones. The sweets ones go like they just run out the door. Mum, can I please have a sweets box? Is what we hear quite a bit. So, yeah, they're very popular.
So what sort of things do you put in your sweet box?
Well, we have a chocolate, we have a cookies and cream flavoured one, and we also have a red velvet. So they come with a cupcake, nougat in them, there's different flavoured marshmallows, there's macarons in them, strawberries, and chocolate-coated pretzels. There's
Chocolate-coated pretzels. Oh, you've got my attention.
There's quite a bit in them, as much as I can fit in them and still close the lid of the box.
I like the sound of that. As much as you can put in, as long as you can still close the box. Now that's the way to put a little package together. Has there been an event that you've done in Toowoomba that you were particularly proud of in what you presented at the time?
An event. When you say an event, COVID-19 has really slowed up events. So our events that we have been catering for have been mini boxes for individual people.
Yep.
So that's been really kind of tricky because there's been anywhere up to, 50 little mini boxes for companies and for their corporate events.
Just touching on COVID-19, I mean, it's affected so many businesses in so many different ways, and not all of them have been positive. Did you find it really hard to sort of keep going, or were you perhaps a little bit lucky in that what you were sort of offering to begin with was easily adaptable for the circumstances of COVID-19?
Yeah, we have been very, very lucky. Touch wood, very blessed. It's a tricky thing to say, actually, because, so many businesses have just suffered so much. And for us, it's kind of been very positive. Yeah. And I don't like to say that too much.
Look, I know what you mean. I've spoken to other businesses who've said exactly the same thing. And it's only because you've been in a position where you've been able to pivot and suit the situation.
Yeah.
Some businesses, it's very hard to pivot. But I suppose the advantage in the fact that you've been able to pivot is that you're then able to support other businesses here in Toowoomba that might have been struggling.
Yes. There for a little while, we did find it hard to find produce because everybody was suffering, and even right down to the cardboard boxes that we put them in. We had trouble even getting them at some stage, but things have got easier. But, yeah, we have been fortunate, very fortunate.
Now, a question I often ask is what's one of the things or what's a thing that they love most about Toowoomba?
Look, we're country people ourselves. Yeah, so
it doesn't surprise me hearing that.
But yeah, we are country people. Stephen's from out near Moree and I'm from out near Inverell. And then we grew up together and moved to the Gold Coast and, had separate lives there, obviously, for 20-something years. And then, when we decided to eventually move here, we've been in Toowoomba 7 years now. It just feels like being back home. But this place has grown so much in the 7 years that we've been here, and we love it, and we love it for our son, just to have that bit of country roots.
Now, what made you come up with the name Platter of Fact?
Everybody asks me that. Look, first of all, we had plush platters, platter passion, platter puss, even. And then I was out at the clothesline and I was just being a mum and yelling at my son about something, and I said, as a matter of fact, and then I went, matter of fact, platter of fact. That's how it come about at the clothesline.
Well, there you go. Sometimes the best things come out when you're hanging out the washing or just doing a day-to-day chore.
Yep.
I find that very interesting, and it's quite often how things come about. Now, you also mentioned in the mix there of names, Platter Puss or something, what was it? and that got me to thinking that, because we were chatting before we started to record about hashtags and that sort of thing in media, and you came up with one that I do identify with, and that is food porn.
Yeah.
because obviously on your Instagram account, you have the photos of all the different platters that you make, and I have to stop myself licking the screen sometimes. I think because the platters just look so delicious, and they actually not only do they look delicious, but they actually to me look inviting.
Oh, that's great. That's what I want to hear.
And I think that's important with food. You watch any of the TV programs that are based on the foodies,
Yep.
and they're very much about that. We don't just eat with our mouths, we eat with our eyes, we eat with our smell. Everything's involved. Yes. And I think looking at your platters, you've ticked all the boxes.
Oh, that's fabulous. I love hearing that.
What's next, or what is there a goal, or is there something that you want to aim for with Platter of Fact that perhaps you're not quite there yet, but you know you're going to get there?
I think every platter I try to evolve it in a different way. Like we're always throwing around, I'm always throwing around new ideas. I wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and go, maybe I can do a deconstructed nachos platter. So, I'm always trying to come up with new inventions, but not moving away too far from it being a platter still.
And something that can be easily eaten with your hands.
Yeah.
Is there an area where you perhaps, because obviously you provide platters for all sorts of situations, from a family get-together through to, as you mentioned, corporate events.
Mm-hmm. Last week, I think I did my first funeral.
Okay. And I find that quite an interesting point, because it's, again, a funeral can be a bit of a difficult time for people. And to be able to have, I suppose we could almost call it comfort food, couldn't we?
Absolutely. I think that's
that must give you some satisfaction to know that you've been able to provide something in a time when perhaps they're not actually in the party mood, but it's certainly going to help the process that they're going through.
It was. And, a lot of, like you said before, you look at my food, visually eat it with your eyes. So when I was making it, I thought, I can't make this with bright poppy colours and things, not that I wanted to make a black platter box, but I felt I needed to make something that had a bit more depth to it, if that makes any sense.
It does. Obviously, you've got a bit of an artistic flair, perhaps, in the way that you put your platters together.
I don't know. I was a hairdresser for 20 years.
Now, that's an interesting transition. So you were a hairdresser.
Yeah, creative.
What made you switch from being a hairdresser to putting together delicious food packages?
Yeah, I've never been in food before, but I've always liked to be creative and, changing things around. And my husband says I'm always putting a new spin on things. I get bored with things looking the same. Even our house, he comes home and he says, oh, things have all moved around again. The lounge room's now in the kitchen.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so I'm the same with the platters. No two platters look the same. And when somebody takes a screenshot of a platter and say, oh, can I have a platter that looks like this? And I go, oh, okay, so now I've got to do the same one. I can't even remember what I did yesterday, So that's why there is no two that look the same unless they've requested it to look the same.
And so long as they provide you with a photograph, you've got a fairly good chance of getting it back
Otherwise,
together again.
I have to go through my gallery, and you would not like to look through all the pictures. Well, you might. There's a lot of platters in the gallery of my phone.
With obviously your platters, you've got to source quality product. So how difficult is that for you to not only source quality product, but keep getting quality product to put in your platters?
It can be very tricky, actually. We are on the hunt for someone to supply us with top salamis and top beer sticks and delicious ham that obviously, we try it. Sometimes we're like, oh, that could have a little bit more spice, or, whoa, that's got too much spice, People will be on the toilet all afternoon after having this one. We have been getting a lot of our product from Schultz's down in Plainlands. And, even the gentleman that's next door to us here at the markets, we've got different things from him from time to time. Yeah, to keep it locally sourced, we would love that. We'd love to be approached by someone that can not only offer us great product, but at a good price.
And continuation. I mean, and consistency, that's important for you, isn't it, as well?
It is, especially in these times.
Yeah.
I see faults in just about every platter that I put out because that's just me. And I think that does come from being a hairdresser for many, many years, that one bit of hair is out of place.
Yep.
I just have an eye for things that just, I don't know, it could be that flower's just not, that edible flower's just not quite sitting right in that dip. Something's fallen over when my husband's doing a delivery. And so then I go nuts. That fell over. That doesn't look right. And he's like, I can't help it. I turned the corner at 5 kilometres an hour.
Oh, poor Steve. I feel for him.
Oh, dear. He's still here.
Look, Terrell, I've thoroughly enjoyed having a chat with you. It's been interesting to go through Platter of Fact, what it's about and what it's doing. But I think one of the things I do like is your passion for it all. You're not just providing a platter. Your heart and soul goes out on every platter.
Oh, it does. Yeah. Oh, and to read reviews from people that do put reviews on my Facebook page, it is, I remember when I got my first review and I saw a review and I didn't even want to click on it. I thought, oh no, what if they weren't happy? What do we do, Stephen? Do we give them a refund or whatever? And you always worry about, different things, but to get a good review and just to have people say, oh, that platter made my day. That's all I want to know. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to see. For people to be satisfied with my product is the best feeling.
I know how to get in contact with you, but those who are hearing about Platter of Fact, how do they get in contact with you?
We have a Facebook page. We're on Instagram. We have a website. You can hop on that, or you can come and see me at the markets.
So you're always at the markets on a Saturday?
On the Saturday, over Carnival of Flowers. We're here Saturday and the Sunday, and then the following weekend, we will be here on the Saturday, but we'll also be down in the Frogs Hollow markets on the Sunday, which apparently is, we haven't done that markets down there before, but apparently it's a great market.
So obviously the website address is platteroffact.com.au.
Yep, that's it.
And Platter of Fact on Facebook.
Yes, yeah.
It's been great chatting with you. Now I'm going to suggest we go back over to your stall here at the market.
And get a platter.
We need to get a platter. Good to talk to you,
Thank
Terrell.
you.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Say yes to local. Support small business. Chambers Top Tips. Buy from your local shops, cafes and restaurants to keep locals in jobs. Ask your local store if they can deliver to your door. Pay with plastic when possible, not cash. Stock up on gift certificates for later. Post about your visit on social media and share their posts. Check in with small business owners and employees. Look for local retailers with an online platform or help a local shop develop one. And most importantly, be kind, support each other and look out for one another. Let's keep it local, Toowoomba.
What's On, brought to you by the Toowoomba Regional Council. Thursday the 27th of August, Google your business digital marketing for success, 6 p.m. till 7:30 p.m. at the Oaks Hotel. Hosted by the Toowoomba Chamber of Commerce, sees local search specialist Jeff Mays talk websites, SEO and Google tools. See the Chamber Facebook event for details. Friday, August 28th, sees live music at the Met Hotel, 8 p.m. till 11:30 p.m, featuring Venice on Fire. Saturday the 29th sees the Community Tree Planting Day in Pittsworth and Middle Ridge, Toowoomba, 8:30 a.m. till 11:30 at both places. See the Council events page for more details. If you've ever wanted to make your own wooden spoon, well, here's your chance. Sunday the 30th of August, there is a workshop, 8:30 a.m. till 3:30 p.m, in Kearney Springs. See the Council event page for more details. And also on Sunday, Toowoomba's Wedding Expo is on at Rumours, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Markets. Please support our local markets. Saturday the 29th of August, the Toowoomba's Farmers Markets are on from 8 a.m. under the windmill at Cobb & Co Museum, and on Sunday the 30th, the Toowoomba PCYC markets at the PCYC Toowoomba from 6 a.m. Well, that's it again for another week. We would love you to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, or join our email list and get it emailed directly to you. And it's okay, we won't spam your inbox. If you are holding a sporting, business or school event, we would love to hear from you so we can include you in our podcast. Enjoy your week, stay safe. I'm Shane. See you around, Toowoomba.